Okay, if you're a regular on the channel, you've got to be wondering, what the hell am I doing bringing another three-tone burst Strat into my music room? I mean, you can see I've already got two burst Strats up there. This is the third one. Why? Okay, I will get to that. If you're new to the channel, hi, I'm James, and clearly have a problem with burst Strats. You're going to soon find out why too. Well, let's first of all go through what this guitar is. This is a custom shop Masterbuilt by Thorn. And for people who like to know the specs, it is a 58 ash body, hand-wired Fat 50s pickups, heavy relic with a thin chocolate three-tone burst finish with a 5/4 quarter sawn maple neck. What else would you want to know? 7¼ inch radius and a 54 U-shaped neck. It's a huge neck. It's more comfortable than the early 50 style Telecasters that I've played, and I was actually worried about that. That was the main thing, the 54U, because the Paul Waller that I've got here is more of a soft V shape, which I really enjoy. And actually, this other guitar here, this Case Guitars Strat, is also a soft V, and that was just by chance. The two are soft V. I asked John Case to make a soft V, and this one just happened to be soft V. I like soft V, clearly I've been saying it enough. Anyway, this U-shaped neck is really interesting. Now, having just played that, I've got to say, hell of an axe this thing is. It's a brute. My hand was in pain, but in a good way. It made me work for it. It felt like a real workout. I'm hot and sweaty, and sometimes that's what you want out of a guitar. So, why on earth have I bought this thing? Well, the thing is, if you've been on this channel a lot before, you'll be used to the fact that occasionally I go a little bit crazy, and I clearly have, because this is not the only 58 Strat you're going to see this week, but it's the only 58 custom shop Strat you're going to see this week. It's going to be a hell of a week coming up. What's going on here is, after I bought this Paul Waller Strat here, I've not just reinvigorated, I've sort of rekindled a love for Strats. Now, I've also got other Strats. I've got this white one here. It's the first guitar I ever had when I was 10 years old. And I only played Strats for years and years. Stopped playing for 15 years. This is if you've never been to the channel before. And when I came back, started again with that Strat. But then quickly wanted to explore everything else. Les Pauls, SGs, ES335s, Telecasters. And for a while I thought I was going to be a Telecaster guy. Then I thought a Les Paul guy. Then I thought an ES guy. Then I bought this gold SG, which I still love, by the way, and I play it a lot. And that's probably my humbucker guitar, the SG. I don't need to label it, do I? Sometimes I want to play the Les Paul only. Sometimes I want to play the SG. Sometimes whatever. But the Strats have become my main focus. It's a type of playing, a style of playing, and a feel that Strats give you. And once you've got that bug, you've got that bug. So if I'm going to go mental and have a bit of a nuts time, it's going to be on Strats right now. And burst Strats are my favourite. Not everyone's, and there are so many cool colours that Strats come in, but I'm working towards something crazy, as I said, later this week. And I wanted to discover more about what it is I want out of a Strat. Do I want a rosewood fretboard or a maple? I just had a question on Instagram. Why have you bought another maple neck? That didn't even occur to me. Like I love maple neck and rosewood neck fretboards, but they don't necessarily define a guitar for me. For example, this one already feels less spanky and a bit darker than the Paul Waller one, and not as smooth as the rosewood board on this one. But is that down to the rosewood or the maple, or is it down to something else? I don't know. I really do enjoy the connection I have to the guitar when there's not a fretboard stuck on, when it's a maple neck and not a maple cap neck. I really enjoy that. So I like both types of necks. I haven't got a favourite, but I wouldn't pick a guitar based solely on whether it's maple or rosewood. There's other things that come into it. Here's the other thing. I wasn't supposed to buy guitars online. Do you remember when I did Peach Guitars, when I did that series of videos, I said the best thing ever is finding it in a shop by chance and not just shopping around online. Well, this Ron Thorn came up online and it was in Newcastle, which is 4 hours drive for me, if not more. So I couldn't just go up and see it. I could always return it, but I'm not going to. I don't put stuff on the channel once I've returned it or decided to return it. In fact, 2 weeks ago, I bought a real 1962 Gibson ES345 with early patent number pickups, and it was a fantastic guitar when it turned up. But I decided, that's when I really realised that even though a gorgeous guitar like that was in front of me, it wasn't a Strat. So I thought, why have I spent my money on it? And I'm sending it back. So I'm not going to really show it to you on the channel, but it's part of the journey. So this is it, really. You're going to see a lot more of this guitar on the channel. I think it's going to be really interesting to compare Fat 50s pickups, because the Paul Waller also has Fat 50s in 2 positions, to compare it to a real vintage 58, which I may not have in the room at the same time here, but I'll be trying that somewhere else, and I can give you my opinions. And yeah, it's just another part of my journey. This is very much a more early feeling guitar than the other ones I've got, with that huge neck, with the brutish sound. It's not as gentle, it's a bit more primitive sounding. I love that. Let's hear a bit more. God, that sounds great. If you ask me, not my playing, I mean the guitar itself. There's something so present and alive about it, which is exactly what I feel with the Paul Waller Strat and also with the Gold SG that I've got. Probably and this one, these three guitars, they just have something extra in them that just absolutely makes you want to just sort of go for it. That was an intense few minutes of playing for me. Gave me a massive high, basically. This is half an hour later, I'm still like, whew, you know, the guitar took me for a ride, I took it for a ride, we were both happy, is basically what I want to say about that. Look, if I don't justify a purchase, I'll get people saying things, and if I do justify it, I get people saying you don't need to justify it. But basically, I think everyone should have their opinion. Doesn't mean I need to follow along with it, but that's fine. You know, I put myself out there, showing you where I'm going with all of this and what I'm doing, and look, ultimately my dream, my goal, and when I'm ready, is to really play out there somewhere, whoever it's to and whatever it's for. But at the moment, I'm on this sort of discovery and in learning and playing and collecting and loving the guitars, and that is all improving my time here on Earth, basically. So, yeah. Now, if you're going to ask me why did I need to buy this so soon after buying the Peach guitars, I don't have an answer for that. You know, we're all different. I'm an impulsive person, but I'm also someone who 100% gets stuck into something. I play guitar for hours every day, and it is basically my life. So I've called this a hobby to me, but I can relate to people for whom it is a hobby. But actually, for me, this has become much more than that, and it's a real main part of my life now. So that's my justification, I guess. But I love this guitar. I've heard about Ron Thorn a lot, that he's one of the best master builders, whatever that means. But yeah, I've seen videos with him in. He seems to talk sense, and this guitar has got some beautiful details in it, a real vintage feeling, and I can't wait to show you it against the Paul Waller, because you'll probably be curious about that. Then to compare it against Mapleboard Strats, to compare it against some vintage Strats that I'm playing soon, and yeah. Anyway, I will still try and keep a balanced, like whenever I do, I haven't actually been in the flow of doing my normal videos recently. Like I need to do a video comparing the Blackface Vibrolux to a Silverface, or I need to do my Bartell review, or I need to, you know, there's lots of like normal content that I've not been putting out because been having a weird time recently, mentally busy and stressed. But I want to keep a good balance of guitars on the channel, so when I do those main videos, those reviews and demos, I will still always use a single coil or two and a humbucker or two to show you, you know, how an amp or a pedal or whatever works and how it sounds. But anyway, I really hope you've enjoyed hearing this new guitar. I've enjoyed it. I'm going to talk to you more about it in another video, about how I feel about the radius and all of that sort of stuff. But for now, this was more of a, yeah, new guitar day, hey? We all love them. All right, guys, there'll probably be a little bit more music coming. Before that, if you're new to the channel, then I'm giving away Kingtone of the Duellist. Fantastic pedal. I've actually got the new one, which is why I'm giving this away. So it's got a blues breaker on one side, the heavy hand, and it's got a tube screamer on the other. On the inside, it's got various things you can switch, and on the outside too, each channel also has switching. Powerful pedal, fantastic. You can run it up 9 or 18 volts, and so you can get a bit more headroom out of it. All you have to do is subscribe and comment, and when I hit 6,000 subs, I'll give it away, and this is my 4th giveaway, so it's legit, and I'll send it anywhere in the world. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. Please give the video a thumbs up if you have, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Thank you.